Ever wanted to make this? Or this? Then you're in the right place, because today I'll be explaining tweenService. So first of all, you might be wondering what is tweenService. It's basically a service you use when you want to change an object's properties smoothly. Let's create a part and customize it. Now let's say I want this part to move to the right and change its color into blue smoothly. I'm going to duplicate this part and put it in the position I want to move the original part to. Now let's add a script to our original part. First, we're going to create the variable part and assign it to our part, and we do that by writing script.Parent since the script is inside the part, making it the part's child. After that, we'll make the variable tweenService. Like I said in my previous video, we assign the services to a variable by writing game and then the function GetService. Some services are visible in the Explorer, but some can only be accessed through code, like tweenService, for example. Now, we will make a table. Imagine it as an actual table, which has some things on it like fruits or dishes. Tables in Roblox work the same way. We can put any information inside it, like numbers, text, bool values, or even other tables. Now, I'm going to go to the duplicates properties and copy its position property. Let's go back to our script and store this position value in our properties table. We also want to change the part's color to blue, so we're going to make another value. Now let's create information about our tween. We do that by making a variable and writing tweenInfo.new. There are 6 tween settings. The first one is time. It's basically how long the tween takes in seconds. Let's say I want it to take 4 seconds. Next setting is called easing style. It's basically how the tween moves around. I'm not going to explain every single one of these so you can search it up on Google. I'm later going to show you some of them. But for now, let's use quad. Next is the easing direction. There's 3 easing directions: in, out, and in-out. The easing direction controls how an object moves at the start and the end. For example, if you use in, the part will start fast but slow down. Out is the opposite, and in-out starts slow, speeds up, and then slows down at the end. I'm gonna use in as an example. Next is the repeat count. It's basically how many times the tween will repeat. Put 0 if you want it to only play once. The next setting asks you if the tween reverses once the end has been reached. Type true if you want it to reverse and false if you don't. And finally, the last setting is delay time. This delays the tween before starting. For example, if you want it to play immediately, type 0. If you want it to play 1 second later, type 1. If you want 2 seconds, type 2, and so on. Now that we created the information about our tween, we have to actually create the tween itself. We do that by getting the tweenService and using the function create. We create the tween. In the brackets, you need to put the object, which in our case is the part variable, the tweenInfo we just created, and the properties table we made before. Okay, the last thing you need to do is to play the tween we just created. But if you want the tween to pause after a certain time, you do it like this. You can also cancel the tween in the same way. Just write cancel instead of play. Before we play test this, I need to fix my mistake in the properties table. The position and size values are defined with vector3.new and the colors with color 3. From RGB. Now we can delete our duplicate because we don't need it. You can run or play the game now. As you can see, the part moves for 2 seconds, stops, and after another 2 seconds, it starts moving again. Now I'm going to show you a few more easing styles. Let's say I want the tween to repeat 2 times. Just write 2 instead of 0. There's also an event which is called when the tween completes. It goes like this. You can also do tweens for UIs and sounds. You can make a frame move like I showed you in the beginning, or make a sound fade out or in. I think that's it for this video. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comments. The script will be in the description. See ya.